we are going to test the ground with them tomorrow. If they again hide the voters, we shall push that election to after the presidential elections of 2026, so that they keep those voters up to after the presidential election of 2026. In Ssembabule, elections were disrupted because of disagreements between two camps. Our Commissioner, Ambassador Honorable Shinobe, did his best, but failed to convince them that the party needs leaders, not people who are quarreling. We have just met the leaders today, this morning, the vehicles you see driving out, and we have agreed that we shall have a meeting of the leaders on the 28th, which is Wednesday, here. We shall meet them here on 28th Wednesday to agree on the modus operandi. Also to tell them the powers of the commission, that is a commission that organizes elections, not individuals. Once we agree, we shall then have election in Ssembabule on 30th, Friday the 30th, May 2025. For avoidance of doubt and without fear of any contradiction, if that election fails to take off, even after meeting the leaders, we shall postpone it to June 2026, after the presidential election. We shall give them 1 year from June 2025 to June 2026 to bury their hatchet and then have that election of structure if it fails on Friday the 30th. Why? The commission has many elections. Our timetable is too tight that we cannot keep hobnobbing with the few people who are disturbing few districts. West Nile, except for Arua City, the whole of West Nile had elections. Arua City had issue over Yivu, whether Yivu should be a district or part of the city. We are going to handle that election on Tuesday tomorrow in a Lira, Arua City. Teso voted 100%. Sebei voted 100%. Bugisu voted except Namisi Ndua mainstream and finance, which had problems. And of course, we also had problems in Mbale rural, Mbale district. The registrar decided to change the regulations. The guidelines which were approved by SEC says all delegates from sub-county will vote. With him, it said only 5 will vote. And he refused to use our regulations. We are going to call him to order to state his side. If he is not satisfactory, we shall sack him, dismiss him in disgrace. Mbale City, we also have issues to solve, and all these issues will be sorted tomorrow. Bukedi, all voted except Entrepreneurs League in Tororo County. Bukedi is all okay. Busoga is all okay except Namutumba, where 4 positions in the mainstream were not filled. Namutumba want to request our leaders of the political side who have taken sides not to become electoral officials. I want to thank the Minister Persis Namuganza. I want to thank the District Woman MP and the other MPs who called and told the truth that no election of mainstream took place except Secretary Finance. We shall repeat that election tomorrow in Namutumba. Greater Mukono voted 100%. Greater Luwero will have election tomorrow in Nakasongola, Nakaseke, and Luwero, which were postponed to 27th, which is tomorrow because of the presidential visit to those areas. Greater Kampala all voted except Entrepreneurs League in Nakawa, Kawepe, and Rubaga, where they disagreed over the register of who is an entrepreneur and who is not. The registers were generated by Uganda Chamber of Commerce and Industries, not the NRM Electoral Commission. We must put that right. What they give us is what we use. Greater Masaka all voted except Ssembabule. With Ssembabule, we have even warned anyone who hides the voters will mean that we cancel that election. If you cancel the voters from today to the day we have agreed 30th, we shall cancel and push it to June 2026. Greater Mubende voted 100%. Ankole voted except we had confusion in Ntungamo when we came to Secretary of Finance. We had a bit of tension in Rubirizi and some disagreement in Shema. We voted in Mitoma for the chairperson. When we started the voting of vice chairperson, the chairperson who had been defeated then realized that he had been rigged. His results were voted. He had come second. We started voting the vice chair. When the vice chair line was going to be counted, he said, people have been allowed to enter. Therefore, even my results, which had been declared, should be cancelled. But if people are allowed to enter during vice chairman, not yours, how does it affect the past result? So we are not going to vote anything. We are going to vote in Mitoma for other positions except the chairperson. We have already voted the chairman, and the current chairman lost. He abused us using all words in Nyankole, English, and Rutoro, but he did not remove meat from our bodies. We want to tell him to be a leader and accept defeat. We go to Ankole again. We have election in Kazo in one sub-county called Bulemba, where the youth disagreed. We are going to have that election in Bulemba tomorrow. All political leaders from Buremba and the Kazo, please allow our officials to have this election done without interference. Rwenzori, all voted except Chegegwa, Entrepreneurs League, because of register. Fort Portal, because of youth chairperson, they drew. Now, in Mbarara City, the youth voted 6 times and they drew 5-5. When I intervened, I used the law of the power of the commission. I asked them, do we vote again? They said yes. If you draw, it is 2 alternatives. The chairman of the electoral commission can take a side, or a coin is tossed. We tossed a coin in Mbarara City and got a winner. Even choosing side of a coin, they refused. And I said, okay, let me choose for you. I chose fish and coat of arms. And when I threw it up, I said, God, see, they all said the fish had won. And celebration started, using a 200-shilling coin. And we sorted. So even this one where they draw, we shall reach the extent of tossing a coin. Bunyoro, we said it is postponed to tomorrow because of the presidential tour. We've also had some problems in Bundibujo, but we are going to handle it on Thursday. All petitions which are already in will be handled on Thursday because we want to start the next phase without them. The next announcement, all youth who intend to compete for the youth, the older persons, and the PWDs, the ones who want to be members of parliament, your process starts on the 29th in villages. Expression of interest will start on 29th in all villages. The guidelines will be given to the press, but what is the eligibility for the older persons? One must be 60 years and above at the date of nomination for that position. Number 2, the candidate must present a national ID. must be in the NRM register, voters register. Must be in the register of the National Council for older persons at the village level. You must be 60 years and above. You must have appeared in the NRM register. PWDs, who qualifies to contest, you must present a national identity card. At the village level is where we are starting on 29th. You must be in the NRM voters register. You must be a PWD as by the schedule defining the PWDs. What about the youth? You must be below 30 years at the date of nomination. You must be 18 to 29.9 years. You must not be 30 on the 29th. Even when you pick nomination forms, I'm looking at them here. Some of them are here. You must be below 30, 29.9 at the time of nomination. You must be the NRM register of the youth. You must be the register of National Youth Council at village level. There are those who are changing age right now. There are those who are changing age as we speak. They are in NIRA. We want to request NIRA to live to their credibility by avoiding mixing up age. That my father did not tell me the right age. So who is your father now who has told you the right age? NIRA now becomes the right father. And they even say my father passed on without telling me the actual age. However, now I'm 18. How are you 18 when you finish S4 and even finish university? We shall trap them here, and one day their cells will be open to receive them. So I'm warning the youth who are tampering with age, don't do that. You must be 18 years, you must be in that category. Lastly, all MP aspirants, all those who want to express interest for being members of parliament, as well as chairpersons LOC 5, you will pick forms from the headquarters here, starting on 2nd June 2025. The first passport to get a form is a bank slip that you have paid 3 million in the party account in the Centenary Bank. Don't waste your time, precious time, coming here to negotiate that you get a form, then you pay later. Negotiate with your spouse, negotiate with your family, raise 3 million, pay it in Centenary Bank, the NRM party account, come here with a bank slip, and we shall give you the forms, and you go and express interest. Don't waste our time because we don't have a lot of time.